me.
But all right, man. Enough of all of the chit chat and stuff. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic, man. Elden Ring, bruh. Are they trying to play with us, man? They give this shit like they making this like real easy for babies to come and play, or what? Like, what do you think is the deal, man? They talk about reduced player stress without
It says
reducing
without
enemy
reducing enemy
difficulty.
difficulty, but I
So
don't
it
know
means
how
you
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 reduce.
spawn right by the battle, so you go right back in it like it's no
I feel
time lost
like
or what?
I feel like there's a correlation of difficulty and stress. You know what I mean? As this difficulty increases, the stress increases. That's how I take it. So I don't know how they calculated this. Like, did they survey people and like, hey, in Dark Souls, what are you stressed about? Oh, you're stressed about skeletons. We're not gonna put skeletons. We're gonna make them humanoids with ripped skin zombies. Is that less stressful? Like, I don't know how this is possible without like changing the mechanics of the game. So
Well, I mean, you know that they added those spirits, and apparently those spirits are only in certain areas to help you out. So
yeah, they're
obviously,
like
it's probably
pets.
the most annoying areas to deal with. So they give you a spirit to throw out to like aggro, so that you can just pick them off from the back or whatever. But I mean, maybe there's like a lot more mechanics than that in the game. Maybe they
What
allow
I
you
think
to
it is,
squad deep up before.
because like I agree with Mark. I think is as what causes stress is not being able to kill a boss.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think they might have done is made it less punishing to die. Because I think like it amplifies the boss fight if you know that when you die, you lose everything.
Right. And you
Um,
gotta try to make it back into the battle, going that
right. So
whole
you're
long way.
stressed.
Then you gotta grab your shit before you might possibly die again, and then try to kill the guy at the
So
same time. So it's like, you when you die, you gotta hope that you died at the front end of the realm, or else if it's in the back, man, you might not make it to grab your shit.
yeah, so I think like that might be what they did. It's not going to be quite as punishing. I don't know for certain. I don't know if you drop your whole bag of money when you die, like basically your souls. I have a feeling you won't. I have a feeling you'll just respawn and you'll just kind of like Archville, just do it 100 times. But I'm not really stressed about it because I just start right back up in the previous room, go right back in and do it again.
Or
It
like
takes
Death's
some
Door, you
tries,
didn't
but
lose shit from dying in Death's
you
Door.
don't lose anything from dying. So
Yeah.
like it's a low stress game. So while
Right.
the boss fights might be tough, you're not as stressed because you know there's not anything writing on it. You just
Right.
go in there and take care of it. Where in Dark Souls, you're like freaking stressed. Every corner you're stressed. Because
Yeah,
like you
because you
don't
might
want to
have made
lose
like
anything.
mad progress. You carrying like 200,000 souls, and then you die, and it's just like, damn, you gotta pick it up, and then you might do something stupid. I've always done it, where I try to like blitz through the area because I think I know the moves, so I can get to the boss quicker, and then I get owned by some random ass move that the guy did that I didn't see before, and it's like,
Yeah, so I can't think of too many other ways that they can reduce stress
yeah.
than doing that. I mean, you guys have any other ideas? What do you think?
I mean, that's the only thing I mean I could really think of, maybe making it so that obviously, you just don't lose as much. Maybe it's just not as detrimental when you die, or
You're
making
saying
it so that you're
horses?
super close to stuff.
Horses provide a stress-free method of traveling across the long
I
distances.
guess because you could just run past everything like as much as you want, and if it's open field, right? I mean, when you ran past stuff in all the other Dark Souls, shit was narrow. Like, you're gonna come across a dead end, or you're gonna come across something bigger that's gonna stop you from running past it, and then everything else is just gonna catch up to your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I think because you can jump in this game, right? So I think traversing, you'll be able to escape. You'll be able to cheese. I guarantee now that you can jump, you could probably cheese a lot more things that you couldn't do in other Souls-like games. So
I
yeah,
mean, they
maybe
said everything was like, even some of the bosses were just out there. So, you could just pick a guy off from afar before entering into his area or whatever, just to get a little extra damage on him. So,
yeah, I'm sure there's been a lot of cheese methods in this game.
I
So
think there's gonna be a shit ton of glitches on this bitch, man. People are gonna find some way to like hack it and just be OP in there.
It's just the weirdest comment to me. Like it says, Kyoto said it was a major challenge
The towel.
to balance the map feeling too empty or too full of encounters. The challenge was to place enemies in a way that would keep players interested, but still provide a low stress experience. I don't understand. I guess what they just means by just enemy density, because the moment you come across tough enemies, you're stressed, right? So I'm not
Mm,
really sure how like
but like you
um,
seen those big old giant ones, right? The ones that were pulling the carriages and stuff. Like I
mhm.
saw that there was just a couple, just like walking around the plains. So maybe there's enemies that if you do not aggro, like if you don't attack them, they won't attack you. And that's like the way they keep it peaceful. So like if you want to fuck these things up, you can. But if you'd like to just gallop past them, go right on ahead.
Yeah, but the moment you encounter them, you're stressed.
If
So
you're
I don't
fighting them, I mean,
understand
if
like
you
what he
didn't if
means
you
by
knew it
this.
was like a big guy that wasn't ever gonna touch you, as long as you didn't touch it, you just run past it. You wouldn't be stressed about that, right?
Yeah,
No, not
because
running past it, but I'm talking about then you're not playing the game then. Like so it's like if you're just gonna run past everything, you're not playing the game. So like so when you actually start playing the game, you're stressed either way. If the enemy's tough.
yeah, plus I feel like a mob density doesn't always mean stress because like let's say you go into catacombs with like a lot of weak skeletons that respawn. Like just
Yeah.
because there's a lot of creatures, normally it's when the creatures are like only a very sparse, they're way more difficult. So I feel like in Souls games, rats, they're easy. There's a lot of mobs that
Mm-hmm.
are dense, but they're weak. So I don't yeah, I just don't understand this, man. I just want to play the game and see what they mean.
Yeah, I
But
can't wait.
I think Sir Knight is right. They probably gonna make dying, easy mode. So maybe there's always like a fire next to a boss. So there's once you get to that, you can just reset it easy. You don't have to run through the whole freaking map to get to the boss again. I have a feeling there's going to be like some of that going on because that'll be a lot less stressful, honestly. And I wouldn't mind it too much if there's just a little bit more fires. That wouldn't be bad. I don't think that would ruin the game, but I just want to see. I want to see. I just want to play this game already, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the strangest thing to me because exactly like Mark said, like when I'm playing Diablo, I'm not stressed. And there's waves and waves of enemies. It's like
hmm
that's not stressing me out. Like what stresses me out in Dark Souls, what's always stressed me out in Dark Souls is not the boss fights. Those are fun. It's the costliness of it. Like, and that's the same thing. Even when I think about Archvel versus Enter the Gungeon, they're like extremely similar, but one of them has a respawn system where I can try again right where I left off, so I'm not as stressed. Where Enter the Gungeon, I'm mad crazy frustrated because I know when I die, I have to restart this whole entire thing over again. So like it's much more costly to die, and so like I don't know. That's the only thing I can really think of that's a meaningful way, but it doesn't sound like this what he means because you can have a game that has very dense enemies, like Mark was saying, and it not be stressful at all. Like, so this doesn't make sense. Enemy placement is what creates low stress. Like, that's not true at all. You can have enemies plentiful in an area that are easy to kill, and you're not stressed. So, enemy density, that's just the weirdest comment to me. I don't really know what he means by that. Uh, so, I guess, like, I don't want this to put a damper because I have a feeling I'm going to love it anyways because I think the story is going to
Yeah.
be so cool. It's going
Yeah.
to be
This
just
is just,
incredible.
this is
but
whatever.
but it's just a weird thing to say because it's very hard to communicate that the game is going to be less stressful without decreasing enemy difficulty. The only way I can think that is by not being as costly to die, because another way to do that is to decrease enemy difficulty. If you decrease enemy difficulty, that does decrease the stress level of the game too.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're really trying to like get as many people on this game as possible because of how many people have been turned away with the difficulty of Dark Souls. So
mm-hmm.
their literal selling point. Like, did you guys watch that Tokyo interview with one of the developers?
No.
It was for like something. Damn, I'm trying to think of the name of it, but anyways, it was all in Japanese, so it was kind of a little hard to like keep on it for too long, because I was at work. But they were just talking about some aspects of the game and things like that, and he just kept saying like, prior, like our previous games like Sekiro, Bloodborne, Dark Souls and stuff like that. you know, this is like a totally different game and it's more friendly and stuff like that to players who have hated the difficulty and stuff. But I mean, at least it still has the new game plus, and it allows us to, once we've beat it, which they said you can't really see everything if you've only played it once. There's still more things to see or whatever in your new game plus. So but he was saying that as you go to your new game plus and whatnot, it will get harder. So at least we have that to look forward to, right?
Yeah, but that's so funny, man, to me. I don't know about you guys. Have you ever played through a new game plus, Mark? You always just stopped after you beat it, right? Yeah.
I've actually never beat a Dark Souls game.
Oh, you never fully beat one before? I know you liked it though. You like Souls games, right?
Yeah, I've played all of them. I just never beat any of them, to be honest.
So funny.
They're long as hell, man. You gotta put some time in.
Dude, I like after like 30 hours or so, I don't know, I move on. I take a break and then I just never, because dude, there's some parts where I get stuck, man. And now I have to go to YouTube and be like, how the freak do I have to beat this shit? Mm-hmm. And then after that, I'll beat the boss. I'm like, all right, I'll take a break for a little bit.
Yeah, Dark Souls is a different kind of hard than like Archville. It is different. You're right. It takes a different type of style to play, but basically like this whole you were just talking about, what were you talking about, Marcus? You were talking about what were you just talking about?
About the interview with the developer.
Yeah, the interview. The thing is, like, I think they're not understanding, because this game was like highly it was always voted as most anticipated,
right?
Like for the last like 3 years. And so I think that they're thinking this means it's going to be a mass game. But what made it so anticipated was Dark Souls, was their formula.
Yeah.
Like that's what made it so anticipated. So why
like don't break that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like I think they're like misunderstanding. Like I think they think because it's been voted so highly by so many people that means it's going to be like the whole world's going to play
widespread or something.
But I think that they don't understand how widespread and loved their games are and the formula that they're in. And that's what makes it so popular. Because why is somebody who's never played Dark Souls before ever going to vote for that as being their most anticipated?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense to me. Right?
I've seen people who did not like any of the other Dark Souls or Sekiro or any of that stuff from Software is done, and they just do not care about Elden Ring. It's not on their list.
I agree, dude. Exactly.
So like, this is why would you change it? I would just keep it as difficult as you've been making that shit. Like, don't change that. That's the beauty of it.
Agree.
It's that adrenaline and that euphoric feeling you get when you finally defeat a boss that's been whipping your ass for like an hour and a half straight. You know what I mean? And been punishing you every time you go in the room with some new fucking move that you're like, what the hell? Like, he didn't do that shit the last 2 times I battled him, and he whips it out first time I walk in. Like, come on, man.
Are you been like trying so hard? Like the only Souls game you never beat, Godly, was Sekiro, right? Because you just got your ass beat so hard.
Yeah. Well. Actually, I never beat Sekiro and Bloodborne, dude.
You never beat Bloodborne? I thought you beat Bloodborne. You're right.
Last Hunter whipped my ass, man.
You couldn't beat the last Hunter. That's right. I remember that. You made it all the way there.
Yeah, but
Dark Souls, tried, and you put some hours in, and you just you couldn't do it. Yeah.
But the Souls games, I got those on lock. But dude, it's the ones that aren't like Dark Souls that are just like
the one of
man.
Hey. Yeah. How come Sekiro has Activision on it? I know it's From Software, but how come it's From Software Activision? Does that mean it's going to be on Game Pass?
Because it's published by Activision. Although I did hear that I think it might be on Game Pass for free.
I never played that one, and that one looks dope. So,
dude, the fact that it would be a PlayStation exclusive Sekiro was an exclusive, right?
It was no,
that one was on everything.
That's multi-plat. Right. I think all the From games have been exclusive except Bloodborne. Bloodborne is the only one that's exclusive.
No, the Dark Souls trilogy I think is on Xbox, right?
Yeah, they're all multi-plat except I meant all the games are multi-plat except Bloodborne. Bloodborne's the only one that's exclusive to PlayStation.
Right. And Dark Souls, Demon Souls.
Yeah, and Demon Souls.
Oh, Demon Souls. Yes. That's a From Software, right? Yeah, that's From Software game. Yeah, that's a Sony exclusive as well. Yeah, true. But Sekiro is a whole nother experience, but I love Sekiro like immensely. I platinum that one too.
It was an awesome game, man, but it was just so hard.
No, the one guy, Ganishiro or whatever, the guy at the top of the tower. I was telling
that
you about
motherfucker with
him.
the bow.
Yeah, I remember like when I got through that.
I can't kill him. Man.
I remember when I beat
whips my ass, bro.
I remember when I beat him, I was like, dude, I was thinking about you, Marcus. I was like, I don't wish this on anybody. Marcus is not going to be happy. He is not going to be happy about this, man.
He was too quick with the bow, man, slicing you and then pop back and then hit you with 3.
Dude,
then come back in and man. And I just suck ass at the deflecting. Like I just was not good at that aspect. Yeah. I would always either take it or I'd have to dodge, and I was getting it. Like,
dude, so, but that was the most troll fight ever, because once you beat him, he resurrects and you have to beat him again.
Yes. I would get to that second one, dude, and then just get wrecked. And it's like, dude, man, terrible. I didn't use all my potions. I'm assed out, bro. Like, just kill me. I just dropped my sword. Just kill me, man. I'm done.
I know. Whenever I see someone play through that game, like on Twitch, they're doing like a first time playthrough. I go, wait till they get to Ganishiro or whatever. They're gonna wish they quit this game. And it's the one game that you cannot get multiplayer help.
No,
because Sekiro is locked.
It's
single player.
Just you.
It's locked single player, so you cannot get any help. You have to beat it on your own that whole game. Man. So and then also, dude, the very last boss is a rough one too. That took me some real strategizing, dude, to beat the very. He's worse. He's even way worse than Ganishiro. That was like a nightmare. Even thinking about it right now, I'm like, oh man, that fight. Like, I was so proud of beating that boss, dude. Like, I was real proud of that one. But anyways, yeah, I could talk about Elden Ring and From Software games like forever. I just hope this game is great.
Yeah, man. But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic.
I love you,